Welcome to Alea Jacta Est, and this is tutorial 19, and today we're going to take a look at how to evade combat. More on that later. I want to put out a few public service announcements for, I guess, a lack of a better word. I've been seeing some comments in the forums about the map scrolling being slow, and I don't really know what people are expecting. I mean, to me, it's not slow at all. I think one thing that can improve it is if you go. Let's just save that. If you go to main menu and click on systems, if you click on textures initialize, it when you start the game, it does take a little longer. But I believe, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but that does speed up the scrolling on the map. The second thing is, what is the second thing? Oh, last turn I made a mistake, and I apologize for that. Capua is a size 1 fort, so you can assault that at any point with or without any breaches. So we did not need to use Caesar's special ability there, and in fact, so what I should have done is Caesar should have led the force south, and this guy here, Gabinius, should have assaulted Capua. Apologize for that. Apparently, I am prone to make some mistakes. And speaking of mistakes, I do say cavalry pronounce it incorrectly, quite often, and my last job in Afghanistan, my colleague used to always laugh when I would say that, as we were talking about whatever military history it may be. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to say Roman equities or something instead. So I won't get in that kind of situation where I'm referring to something else when I actually mean equities. Okay, finally, saw a couple of people put comments about buying the game on Gamersgate and then it not working or unable to get the download. I can't really comment on that. I've actually never bought the game bought an AGUD game on Gamersgate. I always just buy directly through them. What I would say is I can only imagine, and this is just me speaking personally, I'm in no ways directly associated with AGUD. However you buy the game, it's going to be sorted, and if you bought it through Gamersgate and the download didn't work, that has to be fixed. Either by Gamersgate, I would assume. So just don't get too stressed. You're talking about games lasting a long time. AGD's American Civil War. It's been out about 6 years now, and just I think last week another patch that came out to tweak a few things. So this is going to be a game with a long shelf life, and in addition to the additional scenarios that are going to come out later on, I can only imagine we're going to get really fantastic supports from AGED developers and the AGEOD community. All right, on to the tutorial 19. If you saw tutorial 18, we went down here to Neapolis and lost. Now, our force is not in a great situation. Their cohesion is down. Their ability to fight organized and be in a good condition is down, and they've lost quite a large number of men. We are now retreating back to Capua, okay? And we do not want to have another battle with this force here, okay, while we're marching back. So what you want to do is we're going to want to click on this button here where it says Evade Combat Order. And then it says this order is used to try to evade enemy units in the regions traversed during a move. Generals which are not activated cannot use this order. Okay, so our general is active, and I press it. I've clicked it again. I click it again, and you'll see here that this little evade combat symbol, really, it pops up below your combat stance. And you'll see that we're on green combat, called passive posture, and green as well, retreat if engaged, and that is the only option for this. So if you're in the forum, or you read something in the forum, you might hear people talk about green evade, and that is what this scenario here is. We've lost a battle. We do not want to have combat again. In the situations where we do go to battle, we want to try to avoid that and immediately retreat. So the best option is to evade combat. So we're going to click on this. And then the next best option is to have a higher chance to retreat if we're engaged. And so that's why we're going to have it on green. Okay. So what else? That's basically the tutorial for today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Caesar here to the mountains and try to push this legion out. And I'm going on all-out offensive here out west. We have Antony moving down. I have Fabius' large corps moving down, and we're just going to be pushing farther south, and as well as we're going to be pushing farther south over here. So things are not going great in Italia. But I'm pretty happy about what's happened so far in the other areas. And I've lost track of Pompey, though. I don't really know where he is. Maybe he's out here in the snow somewhere. One other sort of announcement or comment about the game is people were asking about, okay, are there any long scenarios? This one is the longest scenario, and I just saw it kind of going in, and it looked like that, there were more than 100 turns remaining, I think, and we can check that. We go to main menu, options. Oops, wrong one. No, load game. There it is. There it is. It's turn 14, and there are 108 turns remaining. So you can see that in addition to some of the other Roman Civil War options or scenarios, oops, it looks like, oh, sorry, I hit the. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I hit the wrong button there. But in addition to some of the other shorter Roman Civil War scenarios, you definitely have this scenario, Pompey versus Caesar, which is long. I suspect it's going to be quite popular in PBEM, play by email, as a lot of times when humans play each other, people play each other, they like the longest scenario. Okay, so we're pushing south here along the coast. Caesar wins, pushes them out in central Italia. All right, looks like a pretty good turn. Our navy caught the Pompeian navy out in the open. More victories out west. Yeah, so I think one of the big questions for us is more victories out west. We're just pushing their equities back. Where is Pompey? Where is he? Yeah, that is the question. Wow. So another big victory. That's costly. We lost 7,000 men. They lost 9,000. But I think we may just be having them on the run now, along the coast, west coast, and east coast of our military theaters. That was a really good turn, I think, for Caesar's forces. Well, and you can see that national morale is now up to 116. So, yeah, I think what we need to do is sort of stabilize the situation in Italy. I know I've said, and Sicilia, I know I've said that quite a few times, but I think the rest of it, I'm quite happy with how the scenario is progressing. And you can see that Gabinius Corps did succeed in getting back to Capua. What I want to see is if you have a force like this, Gabinius, and they evade combat, it tells you here in it tells us here in it and they did arrive at day 6. So it looks like who is this? Jubai, his army here in Neapolis. They did not try to attack. So, but sometimes you'll see in the message box, we successfully evaded combat on this day in this region. Take a look at this. This isn't day 2. That was a 7 national morale victory, and what I suspect, is that basically we caught an entire legion here, and that is it's like that is really costly. So that's 7 national morale, 1 national morale. So you can see this is a big, really big victory for Caesar. All right, okay, that'll be tutorial 19. So if you have any comments or questions, or if I do make a mistake, which I certainly am prone to do it at certain points, definitely make a comment in the YouTube video or in the YouTube tutorial forum on AGOD. All right, see you next time.